Have you been in touch with the journalists, first of all?
Well, yeah, we have. They know we're trying to work very hard for their release. It's been very difficult because on Thursday night when they were scooped up, it was very hard to work out what was going on. We eventually tracked them down, got legal representation and vice colleagues out to Diyarbakir so that they knew that there was something there to help them solve this situation. But since then, the court process has rumbled on. It was very strange when we started this because, you know, they're journalists just going about their job quietly, trying to report a difficult story, and then the news comes back that somehow they're being treated as terror suspects. It was gobsmacking.
That must be gobsmacking. It's a little disingenuous to say quietly going about their business. This is a dangerous part of the world, isn't it? It's a conflict zone, effectively. One can understand why the Turkish authorities in particular would say no one's authorised to be there.
Well, indeed, but quietly is the word, though, because Vice works within a very immersive way, street-level reporting, and that's how we do it. We want to go and try and find the difficult stories to report and bring them back. So actually, quietly is a good way. We work very closely on the ground with people. So that's the way that the Vice sort of films feel and look. And that's what Jake and Phil are really very good at and very experienced at too. They've been in Iraq. They've been, in fact, to this exact place to tell this story 6 months before. So what was surprising to us was why now? Why pull them in now?
Yeah. Do you think that this could be a case of, I mean, an uncertainty as to who these guys are, because they do it quietly, they do it the Vice way, if you like? Or the fact is, let's be honest, Turkey is not a country that is terribly liberal-minded at the moment with regard to journalists, and their knee-jerk would be, we're not letting you do that, and you could be in for a very long haul here.
Well, I think obviously we know what Turkey's like with journalists. It is definitely worth remembering that however hard it is for our journalists, what's it like for local Turkish journalists as well trying to report from here. But they have identification on them. It's clear who they are. I mean, I don't think anybody's under any doubt. What seems ludicrous here is the theatre of this that's going on. That these charges, first of all, they were suspected of working with IS, then the PKK at the same time. Patently ludicrous. So clearly there's something else going on here, and it feels to me like the theatre of this is playing out. So we're down. What happened yesterday was that they were effectively remanded. There's going to now be a prosecutor who looks at the case, but the charge has changed. It's now a sort of rather general working with terrorist charge. So we went after that to try and see them at the prison in Diyarbakir to find that they'd actually been moved, and they'd been moved 5 hours away to another prison somewhere else in Turkey, which was quite shocking to us because access to legal case and aid is really important, and also to know that their colleagues are working hard for their release.
Well, quite. It's going to be difficult. They're going to make it difficult for you, would seem to be the message. Very briefly, have you been in touch with the government? Are you seeking any government assistance in dealing with this, the British government? Well,
as you know, lots of organisations have come out in our support, and there is diplomacy going on in the background, and so we hope that this will lead to a very swift resolution of this mistake.